Welcome to Missing the Magic, your husband and wife Disney duo. Michelle is the pixie dust optimist, cheering for warm churros and stunning fireworks. Joe is the grumpy realist, calling out lines and prices that miss the mark. We give credit where Disney makes magic and call them on it when they don't. From parks to cruises, films, and food, clear takes and sharp laughs await. Skip the fluff, keep the fun, and get tips for a smoother trip. Grab your ears, bring your backpack, and let's find the magic together.
All right. Well, we're here. We made it.
Woo! It was a long journey to get here.
5-hour train delay.
So we were on the train for 24 hours. So yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was
Now
fun.
I know what prisoners feel like. Only it was bumpier for us.
But the food was good. You know,
Food was
as
good. The company was good. We had a couple of really good spirited people with us.
Yeah.
When you're stuck for 5 hours and people can still keep up spirits, but
Laugh and
that's thanks largely to Preston, our
shout out to Preston.
our attendant.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
Yeah, the only downside is that when we head home after the cruise, he won't be working that shift.
Right.
So that's kind of the one downfall.
That is unfortunate.
But it's okay. So last night we basically just spent the night at the resort because, again, it was kind of late by the time we got there. Any of our plans that we wanted to do fell through. But the one plan was to meet up with a friend of mine who lives down there.
Well, before we even got to that,
Right.
after a 5-hour delay, during the train ride down, I realized I did not have
Oh, yes.
certain medical supplies
Accessories.
that I needed. Yeah, so we, in our haste to get out of the train station, we had a taxi driver that we told him where we were destined for, but we had to stop. So we had to stop at a pharmacy on the way here. So that was an unpleasant surprise there because he quoted us a price and then gave us a different price and didn't bother to tell us until
We got to the resort and we had to pay. So, lesson learned.
yeah.
Whatnot. So it was a quiet evening at the resort. We met up with a friend of mine, just sitting in the food court, catching up. Usually whenever we come down, we try and see some of our friends who live in the area. So it was nice to at least see her for the brief time that we were, in Orlando. We had Originally, they said our luggage was going to be picked up around 7, but they did actually call to give us warning.
Right.
Even though I was dressed and ready to go.
Well, you were out of the room and they called and woke me up.
Right. So,
spectacular.
yeah, that's fine. No big deal. So we met so our luggage got picked up. So that was a beautiful thing, not having to deal with it once we got here.
Yeah.
And Disney's been very good about luggage pickup and moving, for years. They definitely have that perfected. We left the resort at 10 o'clock and we got here.
We got a generic.
Yeah, we didn't even get a
cruise line bus, which was.
It was so sad.
disappointing.
Yeah, it was kind of depressing, but they still had the same movie and stuff to watch.
And everything. We're like, let's take a picture of a bus. That's really not that exciting.
Yeah. So there's not going to be any footage of that. Then it took us a little over an hour from the Walt Disney World Resort to get to Cape Canaveral. So, but pretty smooth ride.
Traffic wasn't as I would have thought it would have been on a Saturday.
Yeah, on a Saturday, I guess, since it was 10, 11 o'clock. Lot of people they pushed through. Well, you figure the ship holds 4,000 guests.
Pretty sure we ran into all of them.
I think we ran into all of them. So that took a while to go through the
cattle corral.
Where
you
right.
come in, the cruise line, you get there on your bus. You have to wait until they have a slot open for your folks. They come in, they let you off the bus, you stand in the cattle corral, you check in with all your paperwork at the on the one side. I don't know if they were having everyone go through. I think it was just a cruise line.
Right.
Busing was going through one side. And then once you check in, obviously, it's very similar to the airport.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go in, you check in your ticket and number, your paperwork. They check your ID.
Right.
They do require a photo ID.
Right. A government issued ID.
So we fell back on the passports.
Yep.
It made the most sense for us.
Absolutely.
And then once you're done there, then you go into security. It's not as bad as TSA at the airport.
Right.
They don't have the super duper sensors that you put your hands up and stuff. It looks like from Star Trek.
Right. Right.
But you do go through a metal detector, and you have to open your bag.
Your bags and take off your jacket
and
all that
your
stuff.
pockets and all that stuff.
That's normal stuff.
But we blew through security real fast.
It really went quick.
There.
And then once you do that, then you go up the stairs to where they have more cast members if you didn't have luggage tags or you need help with anything. And they had already started calling groups. So when you do your online check-in, you get a group number. Well, by the time we got upstairs, our group number had already gotten called, so we didn't have to wait anymore. We could basically just walk right on the ship.
We got here before 12. It must have been,
Cape Canaveral, you mean?
Right. It must have been 11:30, 11:45.
Mm-hmm.
They boarded groups 1 and 2, which obviously are concierge.
Right.
And Flatland and so forth. But by the time we even got through security, we're sitting in security and they call our boarding number.
Right.
So we blew through, went upstairs, and we could walk right on the ship.
Right. We did stop and grab a photo before we got on the ship.
A couple of photo ops. They got the big ship there. They got the Mickey ears you walk through. So it's we're all starting to take a few shots.
Yeah, so we did that.
But we were on the ship well before we expected to be.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then the other thing, too, was they made an announcement that our rooms would actually be ready by 1:30.
Yes.
Normally, it's like 2 o'clock or a little bit later.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice. So that way, it gave us time. Basically, once we got on the ship, we went right to where a lunch was. They had 2 different spots.
So Marceline Market, which is always open, and they always have one of the rotational dining ones. Mm-hmm. Today they had Coco open for lunch to handle the overcrowding.
Right.
Kudos to, I didn't catch her name, and I hope I see her again up there. They had a greeter at Marceline Market. Mm-hmm. She saw me come in. I'm my back's bothering me. I'm walking with a cane. She saw I was having mobility issues. She found me a table within walking distance. As soon as she saw me, had us sitting down. It was fantastic service.
Yeah.
The only ding that I had at lunch was I'm sitting there waiting for you to get back with food.
Right.
And I got a guy walking around with a towel because we're sitting on the bar side. I assumed he was coming to ask if I wanted a drink. No, he was coming over to see if I wanted to buy water for the room. And I'm like, oh my God, guys, I just got on the ship and you're haggling me for more money now? Like, come on, have a little class.
Yeah, yeah.
That was so disappointing. It was such a huge turnoff for me that it kind of left a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah, it's like you would have almost expected that to be something they would have done before you even got on the ship. Like,
right.
Hey,
here's your drink package. We can give you this American water.
Yeah, here's your case of water.
Or walk around while I'm sitting here trying to eat lunch and bother me with that stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, we did lunch.
Mm-hmm. Lunch was very good. Chops. Yeah, we had the lamb chops. I ended up doing a little salad with some grilled shrimp.
Love the food selection.
Mm-hmm.
Hate the arrangement.
Okay.
Because so there's 2 sides to Marceline Market, and there's probably 6 stations.
Maybe.
3, and then I think there's like 3 more in the back.
Right.
Something like that. I just. It's too narrow, and the way that the buffet is, you have too many crowds of people that are trying to get food when other people are trying to walk by. And it just felt so claustrophobic walking around trying to get food.
Well, and I think because that was really the main place that was open. So
Right. And every review I've seen is
right,
it was going to be crowded.
right. So I have a feeling, you know, the next few days it won't be as bad because you're not having
Right. You're not having one hit at the same time there. So
Right,
people
right.
can space out. So other than that, the food was excellent.
Was
What
excellent.
was the selection of seafood they had?
Yeah, so they had
So just a bonus note. They've got stuff at the very
right. So when you pass by the dessert section, you still want to go because normally most buffets, when you get to the
They stop
dessert,
at
that's
the dessert,
it.
yeah.
Nope, there was still more. It was mostly seafood stuff. So they had peel your own shrimp and the crab legs, but they're the thick rock crab. I can't.
Yeah,
call
they were
it.
hard to crack.
Yeah, but I did end up seeing somebody that had a nutcracker, so I don't know where she got it from.
Yeah, I had to rig up a nutcracker with two of our knives.
Right. So we made it work.
But we got in
Fine.
it. We got in it.
Sorry. Don't be gosh.
late.
It's late.
It's midnight almost, 11 o'clock.
I don't even know. My watch is charging.
It's
Hold on, we'll look at
48.
Oh, it's only 10:48. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
We're lightweights.
It's been a very long day.
Well, it's been a long couple of days. We're still trying to recoup from everything. So we had lunch. We came to the room. Took a while for our luggage to get
Well,
here.
we didn't. We had lunch. We went to muster.
Oh, that's
We
right.
kind of hung out on the pool deck.
Right. That's
Waited
right.
for muster. Went to muster. That was confusing.
That was very confusing.
Although we did get a back tour lot to see the kitchen. And,
Yeah, at
so-
World and Marvel restaurant, we had to walk through part of the kitchen area to get to our station.
I wish I had the camera out for it just so I could take pictures.
Yeah.
Get the pictures of it again.
Yeah, that's true. But again, somebody saw that you were walking with a cane
Yeah.
and gave us a seat right as soon as we, walked in. So that was
Yeah,
nice.
so kudos to Disney for that. They are on the ball with that. And then when the muster drill finished up, they let those folks with mobility issues out first. Unfortunately, there was an army of very rude people that were pushing past wheelchairs,
Right.
people with walkers. I was surprised that a cast member didn't chime in and say shit
Yeah.
because it was a very unsafe. Because you're walking through a professional kitchen doing this, and people are
Right.
literally pushing past me and almost knocking me over.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah. So then what did we do after?
So then you went to the room to check on the luggage.
I've been back and forth to this room. Let me just tell you. So on average, I try to shoot for 5,000 steps a day, which isn't really all that much for people that run and whatnot. But I usually get about 6,000 steps a day. I'm at 15,000 today with the amount of time going back and forth because we're also
It doesn't help that if
that where our room
if
is.
one more cabin further back, we'd actually be off the ship, I think. We're literally one of the last cabins at the back here.
Yeah. So it's
Which is great for someone who can't walk today.
right.
So thank you so much for that, Disney.
So I think what our plan will be going forward is in the morning, we'll get ready, and he will leave the room, probably never to return until the evening.
I'm treating vacation like a job. I'm leaving in the morning, doing whatever I have to do, and then coming back at the end of the day.
Right. Which I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that too. So I came back to check on things. You waited for me upstairs. And
Oh, we also have to talk about our gift, too.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
Kelly.
We have to thank Kelly. But I think, was that when you went to the Periscope Lounge?
Yes, we went to the Periscope Lounge after that.
Right.
You were there before dinner.
Right. So we did the Periscope Lounge, just kind of chilled. Then we got a notification about our luggage that one had been flagged, which we kind of suspected it was going to happen.
So you're not allowed to have power strips on the cruise. However, we took the train down,
Right.
and you needed power strips on the train.
Right.
So I wasn't going to throw them out after I got them. So we threw them in the luggage, assuming they'd get flagged and they'd get confiscated, and we would just get them after the cruise. And that's exactly
Guess what? That happens.
However, much to our surprise, 3 of our 4 suitcases wound up The fourth didn't. We didn't know where it was
Right.
until you found out.
Right, until we found out that
Where
that was the one that got confiscated. And then it was a journey to figure out how to get to that part of the ship, because it's not one of the easier locations to get to.
Was it down by the medical center?
Yes.
At deck 1 forward?
It was deck 1 forward, starboard.
Which you can't get to from the aft elevator.
Which I tried and failed miserably. So I took the aft elevator down to 1 because there's something else down at that section. And then I went up the stairs to get to level 2 and just walked down the hallway, found a cast member and said, I need to get here. Am I going? I just wanted to confirm I was going the right way. And they were like, yeah, go down to the next stairwell or elevator and take that down to 1. And that's...
Which, all right, another pain point there is the elevators.
Yes.
So you have a ship that has 4,000 guests on it, and you only have 2 elevator shafts with tiny elevators that might fit 8 people if you squeeze them in.
Actually, I think each one, it says maximum of 20.
Yeah. Good luck fitting 20 people in there. What are you, stacking them 5 high?
Yes. Didn't you know that?
Yeah. So terrible job on the elevators. Everybody came out of the muster drill going to the elevator.
Right, and you had such a huge wait.
And because they're all rushing to get up to the top deck for the sail away. And it was just impossible. So shame on Disney for that. That's a really poor design on these Triton class ships. It really is.
Right. Because on the smaller ships, there are more.
There's a third. There's a fore, an aft, and a mid.
Right.
And they've got literally half the number of guests on them.
Yeah. Why they didn't do another elevator.
Very poor design.
Okay.
So then dinner at Coco's.
Dinner at Coco's. So we sit at a table with 2 other couples. So we have, there's 6 of us. So it was nice.
We were at the Jersey table.
We were at the Jersey-ish too. I don't know where the other couple was from.
They were from Texas.
Texas?
Between the accent and the fact that they sail out of Galveston.
Okay,
that's my guess.
Okay, yeah, I don't think we ever found out. But the one couple, they were from Central Jersey. Then there was us from South Jersey, and then our Texas couple. Lovely couples, older than us. But
thankfully. Glad I'm not the oldest guy.
Right. We kind of felt young because, the one couple, they're both retired. They said they did a cruise. It wasn't a Disney cruise, but they do various cruises. And they said the one dining rotation they were sitting with like 25-year-olds.
Yeah.
So it was refreshing that we were all AARP members. We'll go with that.
We could all relate to the same music genres at least.
Yes.
So that was nice.
Yeah, so we had a nice time. So we'll be eating dinner with them, every night.
Well, not every night.
Well,
you won't be going back to Coco's.
Yeah.
I won't be going back to Coco's.
Joe wasn't a fan of Coco's. My stuff wasn't that bad. So
and it's not that the food was terrible. It's just I can't eat a lot of that kind of food. It's
right.
too spicy on my stomach.
Right.
I want to eat. When I go to dinner, I want to eat. If you want to do a show before I eat or do a show after I eat. Give me a nice, quiet, calm dinner music while I'm eating. Don't put a show on.
But it really wasn't, like, I didn't really pay attention, and I kind of feel bad. Like, I heard the music. If they would have just performed
I didn't pay attention to it either because I was eating my dinner.
If they would have just done some songs from the movie.
And there were interludes where there was just a little bit of background music here, and then they'd come in with another bit. And background and another bit. Now, fortunately, and I'll have footage of some of this later. I didn't take a lot of footage of the whole show, just enough for a sample. We were in a good spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We didn't have any major
obstructions.
I didn't have any major objections either, but that's beside the point. So there's a lot of uprights. There's a lot of pillars. There's a couple of fake trees in there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of space in that room where you're going to have blind spots. And the entire show basically happens in the middle of the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're sitting off in the wing somewhere, good luck. I hope you don't want to see the show if that's where you're sitting.
Right.
But we were in a good spot where we were. The other complaint that I had is they want to give you good service, and that I'm not complaining about that. But don't come and ask me 5 times if my meal is okay. Once is fine. Trust me, if something's wrong with my meal or the service, I'll tell you. I don't need you to keep interrupting me. That was very annoying. And you had 3 different guys that were asking if you were okay.
They're just
It's like,
making
dude,
sure.
did I look like I was in distress? Do I look displeased?
Well, it was the first night, and I think they're also trying to learn what we like and what we don't like.
They're doing their jobs.
Right.
But their jobs that are be annoying, and I find it annoying. So congratulations. You did a good job very well. So we piled out of Coco. And like with anything we've experienced so far, there's a massive crowd.
No, there wasn't a...
Once
when we got out because everybody was at the gift shop.
Right.
Because there was a gift shop right at the end.
Open up at the end there. And I walked through the gift shop. I couldn't get out of there fast enough. And me and 5 other people walked all the way the whole length, and there's a mirror at the end, and everyone thought it was a door.
Oh, okay, because you missed.
And I walk up there, and I turn around. Next guy walks up, he's like, oh, that's a mirror. That's not a door. I'm like, yeah, but it's a very nice mirror.
It's a very beautiful mirror.
So that was frustrating.
Okay.
And then I came out, and there's seating. There's tons of seating in the atrium area on the sides, off into the fringe. Every time I've gone to sit down, it's been packed. That's annoying. The crowdedness here that we've seen so far, I really hope it eases up throughout the week. It's been a major turnoff for me so far.
Well, and I think when there's more activities going on that people are going to, people are going to be spread out a little bit more. Like, I'm sure we're going to see the congestion at the shows.
And everyone that I've talked to and seen the reviews for has said that day one is a madhouse. So it should get better from here. So I'm holding out hope. I'm not reserving judgment yet.
Right.
So after that, we went out to the atrium. We were going to go down to the Haunted Mansion. I didn't have it in me. So I came back to the room. You went down to the Haunted Mansion, and
I did.
You came back with your arm full of stuff.
But I didn't buy stuff at the Haunted Mansion.
As close as
Carla.
you could. If they were
It's the
selling
store
it
next
there,
door.
you got it.
Yes. And I almost... So the Haunted Mansion Lounge is beautiful. I took some video of it, and I'm sure there'll be more video that we'll post once we go back there. It's definitely going to be the hot spot.
Yeah.
Because when I walked in, there were, I think, 3 people that were waiting to sit down. But if you wanted to just kind of walk in, you could. So I kind of went past them.
Push past them. So
Yeah.
You get
Yeah. And it was in the middle of kind of part of the show that was going on a little bit. So I got, again, some video.
Timing is everything, because I think it's an hourly show that does
something like that. There were a couple of single seats. So at one point I was kind of contemplating just sitting down and getting a drink.
Let married people sit in the single seats?
Yes, they do.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty nice.
yeah. I just have to turn my ring around.
You do that 3 times or you're divorced, you know.
Oh, is that right?
In Jersey, at least.
Oh, really? Oh, good to know. So I just kind of enjoyed the ambiance for a few minutes. So we're definitely going to get back there tomorrow. That is the plan. But
Side note, when we did the Periscope Club, there was a bunch of guys sitting in there. It's Saturday. There's some college football games going on, and they were having technical difficulties. They got TVs surrounding the entire room. Couldn't get the TVs to work, so a couple of guys are sitting there streaming it on their phones. And IT shows up, and they're working over on the side. I guess they've got a media panel over there. And they get the game back up after playing with it for a little while. And the guy's like, oh, this is great. This is great. This is not the game we were looking for. Is there any chance we could put, I don't remember who it was, our game on, we'll say. And so the guy, bartender in the back, goes over there, flicks the thing. And they're like, oh, thank you. You're awesome. You're the best. You're the greatest one here. And I'm thinking, he changed the channel. That's all he did. What do you think now, total disclosure, I'm an IT professional myself, okay? IT is a thankless job, and that was a perfect demonstration of it. You had 3 guys over on the side that performed whatever miracle they had to fix the problem, and the guy changing the channel got credit for it. Just a pet peeve of mine, that's all. people tend to think that it's the IT people that break the stuff, so therefore they should fix it. That's not how IT works, people. Anyway, back in the room, unpacked finally.
Yes.
A lot of unpacking. Didn't have a chance to do a room tour, so you guys will see the room tour the way we've kind of decorated it, which isn't really a whole lot.
Right.
But we did the door.
Yes, we did finally put up everything from the door. And when I was walking back from getting drink refills, I ran into one of our neighbors because we're all walking and go, oh, you're down the end too? Yeah, we sure are. And they commented on my nails and our mugs. And I said, oh, well, our door just got decorated. So they came over. So they were our first customers to see the door. They were very impressed with it.
Haven't seen any ducks yet.
Nope.
Too early for that.
Yeah. But we have plenty of ducks to give away.
Yep.
So we'll probably
We have ducks. We have
ears.
We have gift packages we're going to be doing for
our Pixie Dust stuff.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
I had little Darth Vaders I'll be giving out. So, because I'm going to be Darth Vader on vacation for my
Halloween costume, right?
So I'll be giving little cutesy Chibu or whatever they're called, Darth Vaders out that I printed.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ears. We've got Spider-Man. We've got Star Wars, Haunted Mansion,
and Mickey
Pirate Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
So you might be lucky enough to get one of those.
Yeah.
Of course, you won't because this video won't come out until
right till after we're back.
So you will.
Somebody did.
Cruise will be lucky enough.
Somebody else got those. Yeah.
That's it. Day one summed up in 20 minutes. Okay. Rough seas, by the way. We're swaying all over the place, which is, after a train trip down here that was swaying all over the place.
We're swaying all over the place again.
It's smooth at least.
Yeah.
It's
not as, it's like you go this way.
Oh, and we didn't do a summary of the travel.
This way.
Mainly because it was terrible. But we'll have an episode detailing our Amtrak adventure. And we're going to have a special episode on Preston. We had a chance to sit down and actually interview him. Talk about an inspirational story.
Yeah.
My God. He had me in tears.
Mm-hmm. He had himself in tears. Retelling his story.
Incredible individual.
Yeah.
So and he's kind of famous too, outside of just what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a couple magazines, got some awards and stuff. So I'm going to enjoy putting that episode together later on. So I think that's it for this one.
Yep.
Anything else?
I think we're going to crash.
We are crashing. Mwah. But we're on the cruise now.
But we are finally on the cruise and enjoying ourselves.
I feel like I've been on vacation for a week now.
Yeah, it feels like it's been 2 weeks already.
24 hours on a train can do that to you. So anyway, that's it for this one. We'll try and do a summary of each day, make an episode out of each, and then we're going to intersperse clips into these to liven them up so it's not just me cracking bad dad jokes the whole time.
Okay. Good to know.
That's a wrap on this episode of Missing the Magic. If you enjoyed the mix of cheers and critiques, follow the show. Leave a quick rating and share it with a fellow fan. Have a question, hot take, or park hack we should try? Send it our way at comments@insightsintothings.com. Or call it and leave us a voicemail at 856-403-8788. Thanks for listening, and thanks to Disney for the memories worth talking about. Keep your ears handy, bring your backpack, and we'll meet you back here for more Missing the Magic.